G'day everyone, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, Australia. So today I thought I'd try and catch up with a video that I was going to do live last week, but went down like a ton of bricks after I had got my booster shot. So this week I'm trying to play catch up. Okay, so last week I was playing with the Let's Set Sail bundle. That's our stamp set, and then it comes with the punch. It's a simple little stamp set, but it's one that's got a lot of potential and I'm enjoying playing with. So today we're going to recreate this card, but for those of you that know me, it's not very often that I will recreate the same card twice. Although in saying that, I will sometimes do it, but in different colours is what we're going to do today. So this one's Night and Navy, Calypso Coral. I think that's Balmy Blue Sponging and So Saffron. So we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna do it in different colours. So what I've done to get started, I'll put that aside for the moment. To get started, I've actually, and that's portrait, so I'm actually going to do landscape today, just for a different look. So I've actually pre-embossed this with the Bark 3D embossing folder. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a piece of basic white, mark on there, don't ignore that. I'll cover that up. Just bear with me, it's been sitting on my desk, so could have anything on it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our blending brushes. So I've got two blending brushes, and we're going to use Coastal Cabana and Crushed Curry. So let's see how those two colours go. So first of all, I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana. So we're just going to sponge our Coastal Cabana. Now I always start off with cardstock and I'll bring it across. I'm just doing it very, very lightly to begin with. It's easier to build it up in colour, in depth, then take it away. Okay, and I'm not the best at this today for some reason. This is the second time I've done some sponging this morning, but that's okay. It'll just look like it's a little bit of waves. I've pressed too hard down. I've pressed too hard. So when you're sponging, just keep it nice and light and smooth, and just in small circular motions. You don't have to really hold your brush. I just hold mine nice and lightly. If you don't like it holding it here, like I do, just hold it back here like that. It will do the same job. So we'll just do that once more. This will be a bit of a brighter card. So that's okay. And then once we're happy with that, We can always go back and add colour. I'm going to bring in crushed curry now. Oops. Yep. And I'm just going to go along the top. And I'm also going down a little bit into the Coastal Cabana so that I don't have a white line between the two of them. But I'm not blending too much so that I end up with a totally different colour. Okay. And I'm happy with that. We might come in once again with our Coastal Cabana. Oops. And just go over the bottom bit. And I'm going to take it up a little bit. And that just looks a little bit smoother to me. Now I'm not going to worry too much about the top and the bottom. I just like that look. But you can take it down to the edge if you like. So once we've done that, what we're then going to do is we're going to cut a circle in the middle of that. Okay, so just bear with me for 5 secs, and I'm just going to cut my circle with my stamp and emboss machine. And there you go. I just didn't want to do it on the desk because it can put the camera out of focus. And once that's done, I'm then just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the wrong side. I'm going to bring in a piece of old olive. Just like that. Okay, that's going to go around like that. Then what we're going to do is put this piece onto our half embossed basic white layer. Okay, just like that. If you wanted to, you could also pop it up, but I'm going to just lay it flat because I want to pop up my boat, okay, or my yacht. Then what we're going to do is, now I'm using a real red base card. Told you my colours were different to the original one. And as I said, I wasn't not too sure how the colours will go together, but we'll be surprised together. Then I'm just going to put that on there like that. Base card like that. Actually, they don't look too bad. This looks a bit stormy, so that's a good look. That's a good thing. My base card is a landscape instead of the portrait. Okay, then what we're going to do is bring in our scrap of basic white. Sorry, I hope that didn't go out of focus. And we're going to stamp our sailboat in soft suede. So that's our sailboat. Okay. I'm going to grab my punch. Now I do have a template made up for this, but for some reason I can't find it. And I did it specifically to show you on this video, but that's all right. So what we're going to do, just bear with me, stamp the body of our yacht, punch, yep. Then what we're going to do is stamp our sails. Now, I might do, we'll do a red sail, yep. I'll do the larger sail in red, the real red. Now, when I use the real red or the primary colours, I seem to end up in a mess, so fingers crossed that it won't happen this time. So all we're going to do now is line up our sail, our large sail, in our punch again, just like that. Punch that out. So that's our large sail. Just bear with me. Just going to grab a scrap of basic white and we're going to stamp our second sail in crushed curry. Just like that. Now if you don't have the punch, you could always fussy cut these sails because they're pretty easy to cut around. So don't panic if you don't have the punch. Okay, so that's that sail. Then what we're going to do is put our mini dimensionals, which now I can't find. I have them, here they are. So I'm actually going to cut a piece along the bottom. And just do that. Okay. Now I just want to position all this. So what is eventually going to happen? This is going to be put back into place like that, and then this will go on the top like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do before we do that, we're going to get our Coastal Cabana stamp pad again, ink pad I should say, and we're going to stamp the reflection, the water reflection, onto our circle. Okay. Just like that. There you go. You could use this for a moon reflection too if you wanted to. Then I'm going to grab our soft suede ink pad again, and we're going to stamp a couple of birds around the top, making sure that I've got it up the right way. Just like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do, we're going to put a couple of dimensionals. I'm using the standard ones this time, onto the back of our circle. And we're going to put this back in to the circle we die cut out. Now when I do this, when I lay it down and put it back in, I don't actually press on my dimensionals until I'm happy with the placement, okay? Because you want your images to line up properly so that it looks like it hasn't been punched out or cut out. Okay, then what we're going to do is put our boat on. There. And we're going to grab a couple of smaller dimensionals. Just put that back a bit further. You could probably just put a standard one on here, but we'll just do the both of them. And we're just gonna put that on there like that. Actually, I might just lift this a little bit. I seem to be all thumbs today, so just bear with me. That one. And we want our crushed curry one. Yep. I'll just put one there. And one there. And we're just going to put that just there like that. And it helps if you take off the backings. Otherwise it won't stick. And that is our boat assembled. So then all we're going to do, now I'm not using any of the sentiments from the stamp set this time. I thought I'd bring in one from the In Your Words stamp set, which is the Sale-a-Bration Host set. Now, in the South Pacific, our celebration is still going, okay? We've got 2 extra weeks of celebrating celebration. Now, I can't find my image. Okay, so we might be using the set again, the sentiment. What did I do with it? Oh, that bugs me. I'll find it in a prime position when we finish our video. Does that ever happen to you? I know it happens to me a lot. Okay, well that's not going to work. So let's go with adventure awaits. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we will that there like that. That goes like that. And I think we will use real red. So all we're going to do is ink this up. Hope for the best, that it's nice and straight. Might just get another piece. Just bear with me, please. That's better. And I'm just going to trim this back. I just like my sentiments to be a little bit narrower sometimes. Yep. And we'll just trim that there, like that, so that it's nice and straight. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to trim this back a little bit, and we're just going to put a little notch there, and cut either end into the middle where that notch is. And that way it just makes it a lot easier to cut your notch. You could do it with one of our punches or one of our dies, but I thought we'd just do it that way. So now we're going to come in with a couple more dimensionals. And all we're going to do is stick that just like that. But I think first of all we'll chop a little bit more off. And that is our card. I could have chopped off, I might chop off a little bit from the side. Let's rejig this. Just like that. And I'm just going to chop down here a little bit. I just want to shorten it a bit, otherwise I just feel it's a little bit too long for our card. Let's try that. Yep. Okay. And that is our card. So that's our second card, okay? And that's the first card. So same, but different. One's got these, the navy and the calypso coral, and the other one's real red and the old olive, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed these cards, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. See ya. Hooray.